anybody can get an affidavit. And the fact that we still hold the affidavit so, high with so much esteem, I'm thinking we have to revisit some of these laws and some of these things in our countries. Anybody can go get an affidavit from anywhere. You want to go and you're not from this local government or from that village. The government is giving money in that community. Somebody tells you that, there's a loan, but you have to be a member of my community to get it. Somebody just runs to the courts, or runs to one place and just signs and just write, the bearer, hereby swear, blah, 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 that I am this, I am that, my this, blah, blah, blah. And that's it. And then you come and you submit it. And nobody really goes the extra mile. It's not
to find out
how authentic is this. And the person even issuing it to you doesn't really ask the relevant questions and try to get to the bottom of it. They just give it to you, not even looking at how important and how delicate that document is. It's where we are. And you're seeing that now happen in the medical space. Anybody gets a medical report. While we were at the NYSC when I was serving, I know of some people that came to service with forged medical reports. Somebody would ask me, why didn't you report them? My brother, you know that they go report them and give no about them. It's also another question.
That's the point.
It goes because while we were in school, we discovered that some of our lecturers knew that some of these things we brought were fake. Hello, Today 95.1 FM. Good afternoon.
I'm Chigoze.
All right, Chigoze, go ahead.
It's a two-way thing. So most of this lot they are making now. Sometimes I used to laugh because the first people it will hold. You understand? Like this hate speech, they will be the first step to the hand.
We're not talking about hate speech now, though.
So let them keep making those laws, all those laws. Whether they think it will be against us, they will be the first people. They do vampire.
Okay.
I even wanted to make law against hate action, hate government.
We're not talking about hate speech or hate action or hate government now. Anyways, but thank you very much for your contribution. All right, so the Senate are saying that they want to launch a probe into the activities of public medical facilities because of the high level of forged documents, medical documents coming out of those institutions. And we're saying what happens to the private ones, which is so. And you're aware that some of these private hospitals are owned by some politicians. There's also that. And some of these politicians have personal doctors. And sometimes you tell your doctor, do this for me, and then they are being paid, and then they're doing it. How would they go about? My worry now is if eventually they want to say, okay, we would be looking at any report that comes, because I'm more concerned about politicians in this. Because I feel sometimes that most of the things politicians do, they first of all look at how it would not bend them too much, or how they can get around it. That's how I say it. Because they always have a way around that law that they made. They made it, but they find a way around it. And now, if we have a situation where in the country we have lots of people who go to court, politicians countless, and then it's now a tradition almost to come up with a report that says you're sick, which is a way to delay hearing and buy you a lot of time. And then you might see one case has been there for on and on and on and on and on. The AFCC or whoever is struggling to see that justice is served, but then you can't force the person. The doctor says the person is sick or they have a condition, and they need to be granted bail because of that medical condition. Well, we can't tell, because as at that point you can only assume that document is correct. Now, if they do the probe and begin to say we would have to put under scrutiny, or we have to authenticate any doctor's report or document coming from a hospital that suggests that this person is sick or this person isn't well, to confirm that as well, you would have another problem to tackle now, which would be the people that will be confirming it. Are they going to be genuine? Hello, Today 95.1 FM. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
You're welcome.
My name is Meju Jesudonkwo.
Okay.
I'm calling from Africa.
All right, go
I
ahead.
hope we are about the special court by the president. I hope so.
No. We're talking about what the Senate has said concerning probing hospitals because of the issuance of forged medical reports, fake medical reports that people are getting from the hospital.
That is a waste of time. Because I don't know how long. We have a lot of proof. The NDDC proof, the Zara proof, a lot of proof that even the National Assembly have their own
plenty
proof
that have not been answered.
So no one has the answer. We don't even know how many committee to do. In fact, it's just running around the circle. What I think that we're supposed to do is for we to review the constitution, to restore hope in the constitution that will give common people the chance to make their input. Because all these reports and proof, it will end to nowhere because most of the hospitals are owned by the senators. Most of the hospitals are owned by the politicians. So what are we saying? So it's just wasting of resources and time. Let us review the constitution and make a simple constitution that everybody will be imparted to give their own account and give their own knowledge, their input. So we will drive a living constitution that everybody will be governing to. But for we to continue to go around, at the end of the day, there is no result. It's just wasting our money and time. So I don't think there is a need for that. Thank you. Okay. Have a nice day.
Thank you very much. He says no need for the probe. There's a lot of probes.
I don't want to believe that the probe is a waste of time because honestly, it has brought awareness to people, number one, and then these hospitals will begin to feel, a sort of fear.
Let me ask you a question.
But you think people didn't know?
Let me ask you a question. There was a law that was passed by the Senate. There was a bill that was made law. The Senate passed, and this bill mandated hospitals to first of all, attend to a patient. Even if it's with gunshot wounds. Attend to the person first. Save the person's life first. That's there in the country. That's a law in this country. How many hospitals obey that? And so I think that's where he is coming from. The point that even if they make it now, many hospitals will still do what they like. And we still would not have anybody that will follow through to the end to ensure that everybody abides by this law that we have made. We're a country with a lot of laws, poor execution or poor implementation. Nobody is enforcing them. But we have, if you begin to check, there's law for, I think they take kidnapping now. They said you kidnap, you die by death.
Death by hanging.
Death by hanging.
Kidnapping is still in jail.
And we have people still kidnapping. We haven't heard or seen any kidnapper that was convicted and hanged. So it's a problem. So I think I would understand where he's coming from when he says all of this probe is just too much. Because we're getting to a point where Nigerians are beginning to lose faith in the whole process, the whole system. You make the laws, but then you have these laws. What's happening with the laws? Now we're talking about the hate speech bill. They're trying to work on that one. We have the one for defamation, for libel, and for that. We don't even see it being enforced. People still say slander people in different platforms, on different forums, different forums. We do not see all of those being enforced. We don't see people going to jail for it. And so it's going to that point. But then again, hopefully this might be a different one. It might turn things around, and the hospitals and doctors might begin to carry themselves. But then don't blame doctors completely too, because some patients too, you come, they treat you, all right, and then you don't have money to pay. And nobody's paying.
Yeah, that has always been that's
been their own
excuse.
complaints. And then but I think if they copy what we have in the US, because in the US there's a certain level of treatment they can give to you that can at least keep you alive. They attend to a certain level, keep you alive. All right. And then if you have health insurance or then they begin to look at, and they tell you if you don't have this insurance, you can't go beyond, we can't give you drugs or things beyond this. But even if you bring that to Nigeria now, they'll just tell you that the best treatment they can give you is cotton wool and spirit to clean the wound. So it's just how we are. As a people, I think we have a long way to go. Hello.
Today FM. I'm calling you from LM.
You're welcome.
I trouble my name.
Go ahead.
The problem we have, all these unions. Let me start from oil and gas union. Any small thing, they go on strike for their own interest. Like Nupeng, some company, they collect 10,000.
Sorry, I don't understand how we got to Nupeng and oil.
So I'm giving you an example.
Okay.
When you come to a Nigerian Medical Association, who has that power to punish their members, you know what I'm saying, about they investigate, they cover up. When you go to NJC, Nigerian Judicial Council, they cover up the problem. They should scrap all those nonsense things called union. Will you hear of all those unions in other countries?
I'm sure they have. They do have them.
They have them, but it's not the way it is in our own country. They get corrupt people to be the helm of those affairs. So that's the major problem we're having. If they scrap that so-called this thing off, push that one off, this off, and give government a way. The businesses are being handled, government trash it out. I think that will not happen. I'm telling you, intelligence will not happen. Everywhere you see, everywhere you see that and this, that and this. We have too much of union. We have too much of association, having different bodies, something coming to do this and that. Okay, look at these people. Ask government. We cannot give you our data to be paying. To be paying. We will not do biometric and etc. It's not nonsense. And the government people are working on them.
All right.
So just give us our budget.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, but we have to go. Time is already up. Really sounded angry there. At the end of the day, we'll see how far the probe would go and what will come out of it. We'll wrap things up here at this point. Once again, we'd love to apologize for coming up way behind schedule. We had some technical issues that we had to fix first, and that was the reason why the program started really late. But tomorrow, we would be sure to give you the best from the exact time where today's hustle was supposed to come in. So my name is Ifeemi Andrew.
I'm well, so sir.
And my name is Buluwatofe.
Stay tuned for the news update.
Radio has never been this good. Today, 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt.
Today, 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt. News update.
Good afternoon, and here is the news update on Today 95.1 FM. I am Ifeemi Andrew. A High Court in Port Harcourt has adjourned till 18th of December 2019 to deliver judgment on the matter involving one Ibrahim Umar, 21 others against the All Progressives Congress. Presiding Judge Justice G.O. Olo gave the date after parties in the suit adopted their written addresses. Counsel to APC Tuduru Ede, who is a senior advocate of Nigeria, had argued that the suit be struck out on the grounds that the claimants failed to show proof that they are all financial and well-registered members of the APC. Ede San also argued that it is not the business of the court to interpret and enforce the judgment of the Supreme Court, but to only look at the judgment which is contrary to the prayer of the claimants in the suit. On his part, counsel to the claimants Henry Bello also insisted that the court mandates the first defendant, the APC, to enforce the judgment of the Supreme Court, which allows all those who paid for the nomination forms for the Congress to participate in the party Congress. Correspondent Uchendu Jawo reports that earlier the court had in a ruling joined 19 other individuals who are parties seeking to join in the suit, which according to the counsel Felix Nwafo was within their rights.
Court in its wisdom has joined them today as second set of claimants. So we'll be back later today for the hearing of application, that's the originating suit, to enforce the judgment of the High Court in suit number PAC 78/2018 that declared that claimants therein and the applicants and every other member of the defendant, that's All Progressive Congress, are paid for the nomination forms to contest for the Congress, are entitled to participate in the Congresses.
Speaking to newsmen outside the court, one of the counsels to APC, Emenike Ebete, commended the court for the expeditious hearing of the matter.
About 19 of them who came to apply to be joined, and the court joined them. Arguments on the entire case, heard the case originating someone was heard today and adjourned to 18th of December for judgment. We're okay. At least the matter was heard very, very, very. But if by 18th of December the matter is delivered, government delivered one word, the party will know what to do next.
And now legal practitioners have been speaking on the judgment that nullified the governorship primary of the All Progressives Congress in Bayelsa State. Recall that the Federal High Court sitting in Yenegua had 2 days to the governorship election in Bayelsa, nullified the primary of APC, which is contrary to the prayer of the aggrieved governorship aspirant of APC, Senator Heineken Lopobri, who prayed the court to declare him the winner of the primary. Reacting to the antecedent of the judiciary, a Port Harcourt-based lawyer, Okechukwu Amadi, said they believe in the fundamental principle of law that says court is not Father Christmas, but insisted that the judge may be right in ruling based on the consideration of the matter. Amadi added that the judge has the discretion to pass a judgment beyond the prayer of any plaintiff.
cannot grant a particular party what he or she did not claim. You understand? But in this case, if you have looked at that judgment properly, I listened a little. I have not had the opportunity of reading that judgment, but I listened to that judgment a little. He relied on the constitution of the party and the electoral act, and he said that the party did not follow laid down principles on how particular primary will be conducted, and it was based on that because there is a law.
And now, Commissioner of Police in Ondo State, CP Ondie Adie, has ordered the prosecution of the culprits involved in the brutality of a female student of the Federal University of Technology, Akure, by 6 of our colleagues. Police Public Relations Officer of the state, Femi Joseph, said the commissioner had asked the divisional police officer in charge of the area to take up the matter. Speaking on the steps taken by the institution, President of the Student Union Government in Futa, Comrade